Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more Geopolitical Simulator 4 Power and Revolution, our Uganda playthrough, starting to come into some of the closing stages of the playthrough, which is pretty awesome, because I can't wait to, ooh, there we go, I can't wait to try a new country, but I definitely wanted to see a united African Uganda, and that's what we're going for. Some people were curious if I was going to take the war up into what is essentially the Middle East. So, right, the Middle East isn't technically a continent, right? So this is kind of like part of Africa, kind of like part of Africa, Asia, kind of. No, I'm not going to be taking it past Egypt, unfortunately. Egypt's my cutoff point. I don't want to go for like world domination or anything, because at this point it's just about warring all the final countries, especially these bigger countries, which I think will be a little bit more exciting, like South Africa, Egypt, Sudan. I think those will be the exciting countries to fight. Morocco, because they've been folded into Spain, so that might drag some of these countries up here in or something. I don't know. You can see obviously our relations starting to degrade down here, but I don't really want to push that far, because you know the economy portion of the game and this portion of the game is really bugged out. So at this point, it's just about me doing the last final things to sort of unite the country. But I don't think it's worth dragging the playthrough out. I'd much rather start a new country with some of the ones that you guys have suggested than sit here and beat this to death. So we'll go ahead and get a conclusion here, and then we'll be on to bigger and better things. But yeah, let's keep those terrorists under wrap there. So we took this country's capital, which is nice. It looks like they pushed back in though, huh? Yeah, they did drop a force off. We can clean that up real quick. Go get them, boys. And we are fighting down here. How's that going? Pretty good so far. We've just got to take the bunker. Decent amount of troops. Nothing we got to worry too much about. We'll head right for the military base with those. They've got some forces exiting the Parliament, Museum, Police Station. I think we'll be okay, though.
The situation is getting...
Nice, cleaning them up real good. I don't even see us losing any forces here. All right, we'll integrate that country. And then where do we go next? That's kind of the smaller countries up north. I guess Mali, they might not have too big of a military. 18K, we can handle that fine. Let's see, 1.4K. Yeah, we got 1.3 mil. Algeria, 128K, so that's when it's going to start to get dodgy. Morocco might not even be our biggest threat. They have 8 nuclear weapons, though. Does any of these countries have nuclear weapons? 9. So we're getting into countries with nuclear weapons. 0. So Algeria's got nuclear weapons. Mali? No. Okay, how about Libya? 7 nuclear weapons. Okay, so this could be interesting. 6. I'm going to go ahead and say that, obviously, I know Egypt has nuclear weapons, but what about South Africa? Because I didn't think about that. We're at war with Botswana right now, but they haven't used any. Okay, because they don't have any. But South Africa, oh, they don't have any either. So we actually haven't fought any countries that I know of with nuclear weapons. That could be interesting. We've been ramping up our nuclear weapon production, and we might ramp it up even more if that's going to be a threat. Let's go for these 2 countries here because they've got smaller militaries.
We are going to...
And we've got fighters on standby. Tanks we're going to actually move up.
We are going to...
The fighters are fine where they're at. More tanks here. And I'm going to go ahead and, I guess, bomb this refugee camp.
We are going to start...
To get it out of my territory. Oh wait, is that Algeria's refugee camp? No, we're good. I just didn't want to. I didn't want a nuclear response to that. Okay. So South Africa doesn't have nukes. Neither does Swaziland. Okay, perfect. So we are aware of all the countries that have nukes. We might want to save them for last. So let's bump our nuclear weapons production up and hope that that makes us enough of a threat that these countries won't they won't use their nukes. They'll get subjugated before they basically put their people in the threat of being nuked. Okay, so we have an opportunity that could buy antibiotics to help eliminate the epidemic. It costs $9.42 to treat each infected individual. $9.42. Just whatever, throw as much as we can. Okay, throw 500 million, I don't know. Wait, that wasn't 500 million per individual, was it? I guess we're going to find out. You always got to be careful with those things. They're not very clear. I've had other people in the comment section. I've other people in the comment section tell me before that they were not really aware of. They've made the same mistakes basically because it's not very clear. Nice. So the South Africa war is going to be the difficult one, and we're going to go ahead and start getting our missile launchers prepped as well as tanks on the border now. We're nice and built up around here, which is where we're going to do the main push. So we've got 2 air bases we need to go right for and 2 military bases. That's going to be the only thing preventing our forces on this side of the border from being able to push to the capital. Meanwhile, we're going to need to do a really quick rush because the AI probably, seeing that Botswana has fallen, will probably start trying to put forces on this border. Because right now, they've got forces here where they border me. Do they have forces over here? They do not. So we're going to want to get soldiers on the border over here to take advantage of that. But these soldiers aren't really going to be able to do anything because it's not a direct push to their capital. So these soldiers will just be, for the most part, there to kind of distract them. You can see that South Africa doesn't have very many... they don't have very many forces on this, or very many cities or anything over here. But you can see South African missile launchers are on the move, so they are pulling forces out. More tanks on the move. We got tanks and infantry down here. Yep, South Africa's moving a lot of troops. Here, let me zoom in. There you go. You can see all the troops moving up to build up on the border. That is a lot of troops. What is South Africa's military? 66K, but you wouldn't know it looking. Yeah, we're going to have quite the battle ahead of us, guys. We're going to need to be prepared. We've got all the tanks and missile launchers ready to go. Missile launchers here. We're going to need more tanks and missile launchers. I got an idea. Okay. Let's grab up some troops in these areas and get ready to move them down since we don't have to worry too much about up here. And we'll have all of these troops move right into this city.
We are going to violate this country's territory.
Where they will hopefully pour out of the city when we go for the war. Or at least they'll start heading that way. Raise wages. I'm sure inflation's just through the roof at this point. I can't do nothing about it. But just continue to raise wages and hope that I buy time. Is the workforce a little bit better off than it was? It's kind of capped off at a 32% unemployment rate. Allowance paid to job seekers. Amount given last salary percentage. That's bull. Duration of the average work week. Minimum wage is as high as it can go for some reason. And more housing we're going to build. Keep building more housing here. I don't see it helping us anytime soon, though. And have we messed up energy yet? Let's see. The goal is to build 111 of these. So I need to get that back up to where it was. Yeah, still insufficient manpower. Country colonized, under control. That's not what I wanted. I must have messed that up. Oh well. Still technically under our control, so. We have full control of their military forces and such. This battle seems to be going well. How many forces do they have in this city?
It's time to open.
A decent amount. Let's send some of these guys down to capture the military base and shut these forces down. Alright, I think we're ready to go to war with South Africa. We've captured this now.
We are going to attack.
And let's just start moving in. Where's my missile launchers? I want them to start firing first thing and taking out the enemy missile launchers over here. I've got an air base with a bunch of commandos. We'll have them go attack this air base. More missile launchers here. We'll go for these missile launchers if I can sight on them. No fighters down here, though. I didn't realize I did have an air base down there. I'd like to move my fighters down there. A little bit closer to work with. So let's get them down to this air base. Hopefully that air base don't get attacked, actually. I'm going to move these 15k troops up here to fight these units. And the first missiles of the war are off. Enemy missile launchers destroyed. Meanwhile, they've got fighters as well. And they're going right after my missile launchers. We're going to go for these guys. Nice. So all the enemy missile launchers on the border are destroyed. Let's start moving in. And going for these tanks. And we're going to head straight for this air base here first. And these tanks are going to head for... These tanks are going to head for this military base, as well as this tank and our infantry unit. I see that our military base is being attacked, so let's fire a missile off to stop these guys. And move our missile launcher up. Our commandos coming back to defend the air base. We're engaging with a large tank formation there. Let's move these commandos out and see if we can engage some of these units. Meanwhile, we've got missile launchers here we need to deal with. Boom, there we go. Nice. And these missile launchers, we got a lot of units over here. And these infantry units, we're going to head straight for this military base. Try and keep the battle on the South African side of the border. I need these soldiers as well to move in and attack these units. I was hoping I had some soldiers at that military base. I don't. I'm going to have to move this missile launcher up. I've got soldiers coming in, though. How's the battle in the city going? They've got a lot of troops here. But we're dropping in pretty good. Alright, let's take their fighters out of the sky. If we can. Hopefully we've got enough to do it. It looks like we do. Ah, there goes our missile launchers. Lost our first batch of missile launchers. Try to take these tanks out. There we go. Go after their tanks here. How's our line holding up here? Pretty good, but we need to take these units out. Go for this air base. I might have to bomb that air base. Alright, sweet. We got their fighters, it looks like.
The situation is getting worse.
Oh no, we didn't. We didn't get their fighters. Their fighters are coming back out now. Okay, hopefully we get them because they're going right for our tanks. Bomb these missile launchers. Alright, the war to the north. Whew. Commandos are starting to get in short supply. Mali's the last place we can go for before we start handling nukes. Drop some more commandos on the military base. Alright, we're going right for their air base now. Missile launcher's running because it's last one out there. Move this missile launcher back. I need more soldiers over here. That's pretty obvious. Destroy these two groups of armored infantry and then go right for this tank. Missile launchers are pretty deadly if you know how to utilize them. Ooh, we got helicopters. Scramble our fighters, take them out. Let's go for this these bases here next. Then move our missile launcher dead into that territory. More soldiers in the area. How's our military, by the way? Are we keeping up with... It looks like we're growing pretty good. So we'll just leave that at that. Alright, we've captured our first air base. Pull these tanks out and go for this armored base. Meanwhile, our city's being attacked. And we've got tanks moving in. Nice. Ooh, they got commandos too. Take these military units to go for those tanks. Damn, those enemy fighters are still out there. I don't know if we got the... Ooh, we've lost some of our jets, actually. We're in the middle of capturing this air base right now. So that'll be good because then their jets won't have any place... Oh, never mind. Their jets are dead. We got them. Finally. Good. We gotta take these missile launchers out. Uh-oh. Ooh, that did some damage. Go for these missile launchers here because they're heading for our air base. Oh, I need this one to take this out. Nice, good shot. Okay, another air base captured. Crap. I don't have a whole lot of soldiers there. They're really pushing back over here now. Ooh, nice move, South Africa. I'll give you that. That was a nice move. I don't have any military bases over there. I've got missile launchers, but they're kind of far away. Start moving them in now. And 5,000 soldiers. Start moving these guys back. All right, we've got the main city cleared out. We'll move some commandos in on the bunker. Try to hold them back here on the on this side. All right, these fighters are gonna have to aid us over here where we're getting hit the most. They've captured our military base. Oh, target. Only get one really good shot. We'll go for these troops. Do I have any more fighters up here? Don't think so. We should purchase some more. Probably build some more air bases. Well, too late now, I think. We got 5 fighters here we could utilize. Can we move these guys to these bases we've captured? We can. So let's do that. And if I've got some more fighters in the area, which I'm sure I do, up here, oop, helicopters. Yeah, I'll grab those helicopters. Move them into these air bases. We need to make sure we protect these, though. We definitely don't want to lose all these fighters and helicopters. They are not cheap. No more fighters. I need to buy more. I thought I queued up some. Or was that tanks? What did I ask for? Let's see. Yeah, here. Fighter planes. I don't remember queuing that many up. That's a bug? So many bugs. It obviously can't be right. Alright, give me some more missile. We already queued missile launchers up. Tanks. I need more level 5 tanks. Give me 1,000 of them, if I can. I don't know if the proposal ever came up. Okay, perfect. So we're moving in there. How are we holding out here at the city? Not too good, guys. I'm gonna have to move reinforcements in there if I got them in the area. A couple soldiers here. Not a lot, but it might help. Ooh, big army here. Yeah, get these guys in. Get these tanks down here, hopefully. Alright, aircraft's firing missiles at these guys. That'll help some. Take them out. Did some serious damage. I'll redirect these 2 forces here. Meanwhile, we'll hunt this tank down. Another military base captured. Let's use our 5 fighters here to do some work. And I'm moving this missile launcher over here. Okay, but it looks like we've taken South Africa's capital, which is good. Accept that, it's fine.
It's time to...
And the battle to the north. Is it happening? Did our commandos never head there? No, they didn't. Because they're right here.
We are going to.
And actually, I'd like to grab some more commandos up. If I've got them in the area. Got to replenish our numbers. A lot of air bases up here. That's because they're all smaller countries. And these smaller countries here, they all had air bases. Go for it, boys. All right, we're just trying to hold out till South Africa gives up. They're really pushing us. All right, we got those tanks though. We've got a lot more of our forces moving in. And there it is.
Oh, boys.
The surrender.
Oh,
Yep. Nice. Whew. If that went on for any longer, that probably could have been a problem. They had a lot of forces moving in here. We had a lot of our army, though. I don't think it would have been too bad. Most of our forces were just starting to get there. And we still had the missile launchers were doing a good job, and so wasn't the aircraft, so it wasn't all that bad. But yeah, probably could have been worse. Let's go right for Swaziland. And once this country's integrated, we'll go straight for Lesotho or whatever. And then that'll be everything taken over in the south. That'll be awesome.
It's time to open.
All right, let's go right for it, shall we?
We are going to.
We should have no problem taking these two countries at the same time. This doesn't even have, neither of them have military bases. They probably wouldn't. I'd imagine for the most part they would be well protected from South Africa.
You gave the order to.
Okay, not a whole lot of commandos. Let's try to clear out the head of state residence with them. Here they come. Small. We had assessed that these guys had a smaller military. So it shouldn't be too bad. Taking some casualties though. Ah, they're coming around the other side. Sneaky.
The situation.
Ooh, Jesus. Okay, let's see how this battle's going. Moving in now. How about here? Couple troops moving in. I don't have any large amount of forces. All right, let's see how these forces do when they move in. Nice. All right, first forces making contact. Only 267. It's not a whole lot. Ooh, there's a missile. Ouch. Probably shouldn't be bombing it, but United Nations can't really do anything about it. They can't do anything about it because we've... Nice, look at this. They can't do anything about it because we're on the Security Council. All right, where was that capital city? Let's see. Was it all the way? Was it all the way down here? These are all heading someplace. Crap, well, I lost it. Alright, no problem. We'll consolidate all our commandos anyways, because the next battles are gonna be the worst ones. Countries to go after first. Probably Algeria. That's just gonna have to be some type of tactical hit, because I don't have any bases up here. I'll probably get some troops on the border, but that's going to be my best bet. But we'll leave the episode off here since we're out of time.
We have just taken the countries.
There we go. So we've got the southern tip of Africa under our control. There is Uganda, looking nice. We've got a few countries to clean up. We'll probably get one or two of them in the next episode. These ones are going to be a little bit harder, but we'll push along, and then we'll probably save Egypt for last. That'll be a pretty big conflict, and that might be a whole episode in itself. So that being said, I want to thank you all for joining me. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you next time.